USA versus Hungary. Hooper wins the ball. Team USA ball to start off the game. I'll do my best to talk over Bob. Ball left slot. Center fronted. Holding position 4-5 side. Irving. Ball into center. Tried to make a play. One hand up by the defender. Crash came in to steal the ball. Outlet by Hungarians. Player comes free in the middle. Irving misses the switch. Goal. So player came all the way down, number 8, Kovac, and Irving looked like he was going to switch and cover him, and instead he stepped out to the perimeter player, tried to shot block, and they threw the ball right over the American defender for an easy open goal there to start out the scoring for this game. So one of the issues that USA was having with Serbia and Croatia was kind of just losing players at the counterattack and in drives and not helping really the way you want to help. Cupido drew a foul, took a shot. It's an exclusion, so they'll restart it. They're not going to count that. So 6-on-5 USA. Ball to 4. Irving's at 6. 6 in, no one follows. The 2 posts are high. 2 and 3 posts are high. Cupido. Hooper. Irving. Bowen. Cupido. Shot. Off the post. Deflection into the middle, and the Hungarian goalie, Cardos, will grab that ball. Good look. Hungarian's going to bring 2 into the middle. One slides out to the left wing. Center's fronted. Center's still fronted by Jesse Smith. Turnover. Barron grabs the ball. American ball. Left side, Hooper. Swings it over to Cupido. Irving. Right side, driver coming through. That's Jesse Smith. He's just going to slide out. Not really a threat. 2 Hungarians on him. Irving shot. Controlled well by Cardos. So the American offense started sliding a little backwards there on the perimeter late in that possession. One of the kind of weaknesses lately with the American offense is their outside shooting. They have excellent center. Steal by Hooper on the perimeter. He just swam in and ball undered the Hungarian perimeter player. Not much of a push. The Hungarians will have an extra man on defense on this counterattack, although Irving is pushing down on the right side. Cupido stops on the perimeter. Irving attempts a drive, releases out, ordinary foul. Movement on the left side. Irving. Ill-advised pass late in the shot clock. Driver wasn't really open. He kind of drove into 2 Hungarian defenders versus popping out for a shot. Kovac. Outside shot. Off a foul. Zelonki, a well-known shooter within the international community, does the same exact thing at the pro level. Draws an ordinary foul outside 6 meters. And not even really in the corner. Just right over Barron's right arm. Just a little bit too late getting up to cover that with his arm. It looked like the shot blocker was in good position, though. Covered the left side of the cage for Barron so that he can focus on the right side. Solanke's just an excellent shooter, generally. Obert's fronted. 2 drivers come through. Irving, fake pass. And we'll get an ejection on holding in the middle. Lots of movement by the Americans. Draws an ejection, 6-on-5. Irving, 6. Bowen, Cupido. Stevenson rolls up, shot over the cage. Skipped over the cage, might have been deflected by a shot blocker, and an offensive by the Hungarians. The U.S. will get the ball back, and they'll get a 30-second shot clock, and they will be even. Might have been tipped by a shot blocker there. Obert in the middle, trying to hold position. Hungarian center defenders are controlling the American centers this game. The American centers have had pretty good time to position and hold position in the Croatia and Serbia game. Open player left side. There's going to be an ejection. Bowen's out. Timeout. Hungarians. So they'll call it timeout. They were a little bit late getting into the 6-on-5. They were going to spend a lot of time setting up. So that's a good timeout by the Hungarians, because now on most 6-on-5s, you're only going to have 20-second shot clock. So you really got to maximize your time. And if you're going to have players swimming in for 5-6 seconds before you even set up your offense, then it's a bit of a waste. So they'll come out, set up, see what the Hungarians like to do. You'll have Zelanki, Kovac, Batory, number 10. There's Cardos. Zelanki's at the 5 position. Top of the perimeter. Ball to 6. 1. Zelanki. They're rotating to Zelanki. Shot, goal. So your 4 position slides over to the left. They're rotating for Zelanki to be in the middle as a lefty. But Batory's able to score from the outside the post position on a nice catch and shoot. Sneaks it under the goalie, sneaks it under the shot blockers. And Team USA will call a timeout here to talk about probably what they want to do, what they want to change here the last few minutes of the quarter. Having trouble getting anything offensively set up. Their centers are Obert, at least. I haven't seen Halleck in center yet. Obert's been doing a great job of holding position in the last few games in the group stage. The Hungarian defenders, however, are holding a front really well. He's struggling a little bit, so let's see if they can make a change. Maybe bring in Halleck. Maybe even the post-ups. Cupido and Bowen are really good post-up players, driving in and setting after a drive. Irving moves it all the way down to the wing. Stevenson. They're going to double post. They got Obert on the left post and Cupido on the right. He's a post up. This is a good look if they can get it in. 7 seconds. Stevenson's going to walk in. Hungarians are deep on the drop. Gets a good shot. It hits the post. That's a good look, though. The Hungarians are deep in the drop. Maybe he wanted to go on the left side. He looked a little unbalanced, too, as he was faking. Wasn't straight up and down with a good fake, good balance fake on that. He kind of was moving at the same time, trying to find a better position. Hungarian ball, right side. Driver inside. 2 hands up. Gets a shot off and scores. That's a tough one. Barron had good position. Had 2 hands up and just sneaks in. He's got good position. Oh man, Barron really wants that one. That's he had hands up, good position. It didn't go under his armpit like you'll see a lot of those shots from the bad angle. Went right over his head. And even the defender got beat initially on kind of the drive, but played with 2 hands up and impeded the shooter so that he couldn't get a very good shot off, but it was just able to go in. Unfortunate. 4-0 Hungarians. 2:50 left in the first. That's Halleck. Good position. 2 hands up. Draws an ordinary foul. The defenders are playing him well. Halleck's holding position. Hungarians aren't coming out of this zone, though. Shoot, score, low skip to the left side of the cage. The Hungarians aren't going to come out of the zone. And Cupido finally sneaks one in that doesn't hit a post. A little bit of a screen maybe on the goalie. It looked like he was a little late. Cardos. So the Americans get on the board. 4-1. They're running, they try to double post, and then they put in Halleck, who seemed to be able to hold position pretty well. Obert's struggling just a little bit so far in the first quarter. Hungarians double kind of drive, post up, trying to release someone. And Zelonki thought he ball under, but it looks like it's going to be an ejection on that drive. So 6-on-5. Hungarians, Zelonki at 6, lefty. He's a shooter. 4, 5, 1. He's sliding up. 2 posts isn't going with him. 4, center cage. Goal. So Pastor just slides center cage and sees an opening. Catch. Shoot. Didn't even fake it. Barron again got a hand on it. And again, his last name's Barron, Bob. Got a hand on it and just couldn't control it down. So that's a couple shots there where he's getting arms on it, but they're just sneaking by. 2 minutes left, 5-1 Hungary. 2 minutes left in the first. Bowen, one of the quarterbacks on the offense. Halleck holding position. And they'll draw an ejection on the top. 2-hand hold. Impeding the ordinary. Cupido. Another ejection. 6-on-4. Hooper's going to walk in. Cupido finally gets a goal there. Hooper walked all the way in to pull out the Hungarian, to pull the Hungarian defenders over to him. He walked all the way into about the 4-meter line. Probably could have taken the shot and scored. Instead, moves the goalie, moves the defenders, goes to Luca, who just buries it. He was inside 6 meters there. That was... Didn't have any hands in front of his face, really. Just had the goalie and one of the shot blockers kind of blocking the goalie and just buried that. So good 6-on-5, actually 6-on-4. Due to the over-aggressive press by the Hungarians. 5-2. Ejection. Holding on the perimeter. 6-on-5. Hungary. 5, 4. He's sliding left. 1. He's going in. 3 posts is following. 3 posts back to Zelonki. Shot deflected out of bounds. It'd be a new shot clock for the Hungarians. 22nd. Actually, not sure what the call was there. It looked definitely like a deflection from Barron, but it's going to be USA ball. 1 minute left in the first. Bowen bringing the offense in, letting them set up. Cupido, he's starting to get hot. Oh, almost sneaks one in. Crossbar. Goalie head doesn't get all the way in. Cupido is starting to feel it though. He's got I think two goals on 3 shots or 4 shots. He's drawing a foul outside 6, and he's gonna take a big shot there. Offensive inside on the Hungarian center. And we have an outlet. That's Hooper. He's a sprinter. See if he can control the ball. It'll be a 5-meter. So plays the ball forward. Makes a move towards the goal. Zelonki comes over his head. Sweeps the ball away while leaning on him. 6-on-5. Team USA. Bowen, shot, deflected out of bounds. 8 seconds left in the first. So maybe not the shot they wanted there. Right-hander on the right side, Bowen, and he has to slide over and lean over to take that shot. That's just not really a balanced shot that you want to take on 6-on-5. You want to be already in position on a catch and shoot over there. You don't want to be moving a lot if you're a right-hander on the right side of the offense there. It's just a little lower percentage, a little harder to get a clean shot on cage and beat the goalie. So we saw an adjustment there the second half of the quarter by Team USA. They came out of the timeout in a double post. We'll see if they want to run that live without a timeout. I mean, it's a good idea. They've done it in the other games against Croatia and Serbia in particular. It's a good way to kind of break the zone because it's really hard to run a zone with only 2 players. So if you have a double post, a center on both posts, then you only have 2 field blockers in line with the shooters up top. And they have to take turns dropping back and forth. And if one of those field players slides into the middle of the cage between those 2 shot blockers, they're not really shot blocking a whole lot. And it's kind of just a shooter on a goalie. And if they both slide out, then you have 2 options to enter the ball into a center for them to make a play or draw an exclusion. So this is a good option. I would like to see Team USA, use it a little more. And then Halleck comes in for Obert, and at least in 2 possessions was able to hold position on the 1-2 side pretty well. Obert was struggling with the front the first 4 minutes of the game. Halleck's going to be in to start. Irving. Second quarter sprint. Kovac. Hooper wins this one. Hooper didn't play in the Serbia game. He was the healthy scratch due to the roster limit. You bring 13 to the tournament. You only suit 11 per game. Typically, the other person you don't suit's the backup goalie. So we didn't get to see Hooper sprinting. Shot by the center. That's Halleck. Good position, holds position. Excellent pass in, gets a nice shot off. And another offensive by the Hungarians on their own counterattack. So that's twice they've given the ball back quickly to the Americans during their offensive possession. Irving. Irving's at point. Hungarians are drifting into a bit of a zone. Driver all the way through to 1. Shot by Hooper. He kind of double clutched. The goalie slid over. Hooper didn't get the shot off on the catch. And the goalie had excellent position. And I believe there was an ejection on this counterattack. So the Hungarians might be up 6-on-5 here. And they are. Solanke at 6. Shot off the cage, out of bounds. USA ball. They're even. They might have a late trailer due to that substitution in the corner. They're even. Obert's holding position. Gets the ball in. Shot. Off the goalie. Might have been pretty close to his head. Maybe we get a replay to see where he blocked that. And I believe there's another ejection by Team USA on the counterattack. So the Hungarians have drawn 3 ejections on the counterattack. so far this game. 6-on-5, Zelonki at 6. 5. Zelonki sliding way up. Shot blocked by Barron. That probably wasn't the look they wanted, really. The fakes, not really a big fake by Pastor. Just kind of a quick little wrist fake, and then he tried to get a shot off. That didn't fool Barron at all. Team USA slowly pushing down. They've been 5-on-6 for a few possessions, so it's a little harder to counter out of that. Irving drops it into Halleck. He had inside position. He needed to make a move towards the ball, though. And another offensive committed by the Hungarians. So they're either drawing an ejection on the counter or they're committing an offensive and giving the ball back to the Americans. Halleck's in center. Cupido drawn an ordinary. He's been shooting. Rolsa passes to Irving. It's a 6-on-5 for the Americans. Holding in center. And they're a little confused right now about how they want to set up. And another ejection is drawn. Holding in the middle somewhere. Hooper at 1. Rolsa. Or it's Cupido. Irving. He slides up. Goal. Irving probably his best shot. And there was another exclusion as he was shooting that. Holding in the middle. So Irving, definitely his go-to shot in this tournament has been on that right side, kind of sliding up, a couple fakes, and then going cross cage high corner. He scored at least 3 or 4 goals, in a very similar fashion. 3 ejections on that. So let's go talk about the roster again. You suit up 11. One's a goalie, so you have 4 subs. 6 in the field, 6 field players starting, and then 4 subs. 3 ejections on 1 possession starts putting a lot of stress on your. And we're not even halfway through the second quarter. It's going to start putting a lot of stress on your roster. If a player gets 3 ejections, they're out for the game, and you lose a sub. Ejection by Stevenson. Going to get called for a holder sink there at center. 6-on-5 Hungarians. 4. 1. He's sliding up a little bit. 2's not going with him. 5. 6 is going to go down. Zelonki is not his best position. Another ejection in the middle. The Hungarians are going to opt to go 5-on-4. Should be going to 5. Goal. Skip over the goalie. The Hungarians elect to go 5-on-4, which opens up a little more space in that power play. Not a lot of the teams, some of the teams elect to do that on 6-on-4s, taking one player out of the offense and going 5-on-4. It opens up the middle a little more. There's less congestion in the middle for both shot blocking and your own players getting in the way of shots. So 6-3 Hungary. We got about 4 minutes left in the half. Driver coming around left to right. He's going to post up. That's Cupido, I believe. Obert holding position 1-2 side. So we're bit in a double post for a second there. And Obert's going to draw an ejection. Some over wrestling in center. But the U.S. is going to be on 6-on-5. Again, Messi on the setup. Jesse Smith trying to find a spot. Cupido, big fake. Shot blocked. Had an excellent look at that far corner. And the Hungarian shot blocker was just in perfect position. Yeah. Oh, that was the goalie. Goalie got a full hand on that. Good position by the goalie then, too. Jesse Smith holding the center out at the 6-meter line. So even if this does come in, they draw an ejection. He was quite a ways out there. Jesse Smith might have overplayed that a little bit because the center was at the 6-meter line. So even if the ball comes in, he's not going to be able to really get a good shot from over there. The center wants to be about the 2 or the 3. He shot from 4, blocked by Barron. He saw that easily. No one was really in his way. You can see, good look at it. Buries it with 2 hands. U.S. ball. So Smith kind of overplayed that center on that because if he gets the ball at 6 meters, the centers aren't great outside shooters, so there wasn't a lot he was going to be able to do with that. He wants to be on like the 2 or 3 and get that ball. Rolsa, Bowen. Shot Bowen. Easily handled by Cardos. I think Bowen scored 1 goal from that position this tournament, but he's taken a lot of shots, so it's not exactly a high percentage look for him. Center has position 4-5 side. Good amount of wrestling. They're going to call an ejection on Rolsa. He's leaning down on the center there. They're going to call a hold sink and a timeout. Team Hungary. See how they set this up. They're definitely their strategy for these 6-on-5s is sliding left or right, and a lot of the times they slide to their left so that Zelonki, number 4, can come up either from the 6 or from the 5 spot center cage for a catch and shoot. However, he's not getting a lot of the looks. I think Pastore just took a shot. Batory had a shot, I think might have went over the cage, and they're over on the left side of the formation. So they try to get a ball into the 3 post on one play, and he just completely missed the cage. So that's not really doesn't really appear to be what they're looking for. So Zelonki's at 5. So when they have a timeout setup, he'll go to 5, and they will slide him middle like they're doing right now. He's going back to the right side, 6 in. Zelonki slides way in. Ball to 1. 4 shot, handled by Barron. That's probably not what they wanted to set up. Doesn't seem like it. That was the furthest away shot. He had the most hands in his way too. And Zelonki had slid way in for a catch and shoot, and he never got the ball back. Bowen, quarterback in the offense. All the way over to Smith. Hooper, he's in the middle. Normally he's down at the wing. Capito's down at the wing. 3 seconds left. Smith will take a long shot, field block, and they'll get a replay. Hooper, Jonathan on the spot, gets that rebound right to him, and they'll reset. Capito, quick pass in. Halleck makes a move towards the cage, and it will be a 5-meter penalty shot. Excellent pass. Halleck moved towards the cage. Jancic puts his hand down. 5-meter penalty shot. And it appears like Bowen will take this. So that's definitely the center play you want to see from Halleck. Controlling position, and then making a big move when the ball comes in. Getting control of the ball and making a move towards the cage versus kind of fighting with the center for another second and allowing the crash to come in and steal the ball. Bowen blocked. Not a good look at all. Went center cage middle. So about as poor of placement as you want on a 5-meter. I don't know. It didn't look like he was necessarily ready. I don't know what the issue was there. He took a really quick shot, and that was not accurate at all. Hungarians. Shot off the crossbar, long shot from about 10 meters out, Zelonki. And he's going to get ejected on the U.S. counterattack for holding. U.S. are up 6-on-5 right now, if we can get a look at that. Capito walking in. Irving, pass a little too high. He'll go to 5. Bowen, Smith, Irving. Capito wants the ball. Inside to Halleck. 1-3. Excellent look. late in the shot clock, but he gets it over shoots it over the cage. 15 seconds left in the half. Hungarians are pushing down. I don't know if they'll have time to get a good look. 7 seconds. Ball inside, 2 hands up. Shot on goal. Barron takes it into the chest. Does not have an issue with that one either. So obviously a little bit more offense by the Americans. Kind of shored up their defense a little bit too. We're not seeing anybody from the Hungarian offense getting through the middle wide open like the first goal. And then Halleck comes in, controls the center position really well. He might be matching up on a secondary defender too. The Hungarians might be matching up their primary defender with Obert, which is fine. But Obert's not able to hold position as well as Halleck is with his defender. So they bring in Halleck, keep him in, and he's getting some good moves. Got a 5-meter, got a shot off. As you can see, a lot of personal fouls already by both teams. The 11 by Hungary, 3 of them were on one possession. So if you look at your players, you got your 10 field players, there's a good potential that probably 2 of them already have 2. Yeah, there we go. So Batory has 2. Oh, those are the scoring. See if they have the personal fouls up next. So at least probably 2 of the Hungarian defenders have 2 personal fouls on them. So if U.S. keeps playing aggressive in offense, drawing ejections, drawing 5 meters, then you're going to put some stress on their bench if a couple of their players get 3 personal fouls and are out for the game. You get 2 players with 3 personal fouls, you only have 2 subs in. So let's see what their strategy is for this third quarter. Essentially, both teams have had the same amount of man advantage possessions because you had 3 ejections on the same possession, but the Hungarians drew a 6-on-4 as well. So I'm going to say the Americans have had 1 extra 6-on-5 possession. Coach Rodriguez talking to Bowen. Jonathan Hooper getting ready for the sprint. He's won the last 2. Irving. Manhertz on the sprint for the Hungarians. Haven't really seen much of him today. He's been a big player in the other games, and he wins a sprint. So he provides some value to his team right there, winning the sprint. In prior games, he's been a pretty good goal scorer, so we haven't seen him so far this game. Hungarian center's fronted. Controlled at the 5-meter line. He's not trying to make a move around right now. Ordinary foul outside. Driver. Obert's wrestling. Center gets position, gets the ball. Obert 2 hands up. Draw an ejection. Obert was guarding there. He was going to have to go down and play offense center too, so that's a little rough, but he'll take an ejection. 6-on-5 Hungary. Ball to 4. 1 curled up. He's got 2. 6. Lost the post. 5. Walking all the way in. 1. Big fake. Shot block. Reset. tip ball, a couple volleyball sets there. And they'll get a new 20-second shot clock. And then we'll see an offensive penalty by the Hungarians. Excellent field block by, I believe, Rolsa. He was in great position for that. Two drivers coming through. Hooper's going to get out of there. He's not a center. Halleck is going to back in. He wants the ball. He got a point drop. Rolsa needs to pull out that point drop. Irving. Hungarians are a bit in a single gap, and they'll have to dump it. Run out of time. Hungarians kind of moved into a point drop with a single gap on the right side between Irving and Rolsa. Disrupted it just enough to run out the shot clock. Ball left side. Center's fronted. Center's still fronted. American defenders holding position. And another offensive. I believe the center tried to hold to work his way around. They called an offensive. And the experimental rules, on an offensive penalty, you can play the ball wherever it is. You don't have to throw it back to the point of the foul. So Jesse Smith just takes the ball and starts swimming with it. Ejection in center. Wrestling. Halleck with another ejection. Drawn. We'll get another ejection, I believe, for splashing. Irving's going to walk in. Doesn't have a look. Rolsa. Into center to Halleck. And they call. It'll be a goal. They thought he was inside the 2 meters. He wasn't. Irving, good fake. Drew both the shot blockers and the goalie over. And Rolsa immediately saw that Halleck was getting a little separation because it was a 6-on-4. And gave him a nice high pass to just slam home. So Halleck wrestling in there, draws the initial ejection. Might have drawn, actually the second ejection was, I believe, for splashing, intentional splashing the ball handler. Ball to point. U.S. is in a hard press. Solanke. Pastor moving the ball in. Solanke, he's a threat. And we'll have another ejection. Jesse Smith is out. That's at least 2 on him. 6-on-5 Hungarians. Ball to 6. Lefty. 5. 4. Shot. Deflected down. Controlled by Barron. That was a good block by Barron. Missed the shot blocker. Barron had great control of that. 6-4. Hungarians. 4:50 left in the third. Driver on the left side. Great shot by Rolsa, but we're going to have an ejection. Obert wrestling in the middle. The defender is going to get called for an ejection. Just came over the top. Holding. Right as Rolsa was shooting maybe the nicest shot of the game so far. Perfect corner. Hope that one counts by them scoring right here because that was an amazing shot. 6-on-5. Team USA. 1-3. Slam dunk. So, brings it back to within 1 goal. They scratched the outside shot by Rolsa because of the ejection that was occurring at the same time. And Team USA, Stevenson to Obert. 1 in, 1-3, slam dunk. Americans are playing deep on this after goal setup. Kind of a triangle ready set. Just waiting for the Hungarian players to come down into their positions. They're going to meet the center at 6 meters. And an ejection impeding a player with inside water on the perimeter. 6-on-5 Hungarians. And they immediately slide all the way left. Zelonki's coming all the way up. They're going to press him out, though. Knock him down on to prevent a shot. Ball to 1. 1-2. They get a rebound, reset the shot clock. Zelonki wants the ball bad. He had his hand up. He was open. I don't even know if he was going to have a shot blocker in his way on the right side. But that 1-2 pass is definitely not a pass you want to make there because no one has to move. Throws a 1-2 pass. The goalie doesn't have to move, and none of the defenders have to move either. Team USA. Left wing, Stevenson. Rolsa. All the way to Stevenson. Takes a low skip sidearm shot. Cardos doesn't have any issue with that. Hungarians are pushing down on the counterattack. They're not going to be up on this 3-on-3. But the Americans are a little bit out of position. And they'll draw an ejection trying to defend the center. 6-on-5 Hungarians. Left wing, 1, 4. All the way over to 6. That's a righty. All the way over to 1. Cross pass. Deflected off the crossbar. Reset. New 20-second shot clock. And they find a guy right in the middle for a catch and shoot. He even had enough time to kind of like look at all 4 spots of the cage and just decide which one he wanted to put in. They reset the shot clock. They came up even. USA came up even. And they did not press away. Bowen got lost. I mean, he's not going to press the guy coming out of the corner. Or, excuse me, he's not going to press the wing player when the guy coming out of the corner is there. So he just got kind of lost on that. He needs to just directly attack out to the player and press him because they're even. Nemeth just had all day to pick where he wanted to put that home. 7-5 Hungarians. American center holding position. That's Halleck. Right side to Rosa, all the way across. You get a rebound, but there's only 5 seconds left in the shot clock. That's Hooper. They're going to have to take a long shot here. Knocked down. 2:20 left. Center is initiating contact, but he's 6 meters out. They have another player coming in from the wing, a post up. So they got two guys right in the middle. Shot by Zelonki. Hooper's going to be hustling up the middle. He might be open, but Barron's not going to throw him the ball, so he must have been covered up by the Hungarians. So Hooper, 2 hands up, gets a little hand to the face. Not as bad as he made it look. So the ref just awards an ordinary foul. Inside drive, inside water, drops the ball. They're going to get an impeding foul for a 5-meter on Manhurts there. Hooper, excellent drive. Contact to the head, too. That might have been what they were looking at. Contact to the head plus impeding the driver. Hooper will take this shot, draw the 5-meter, and take it. And he puts it into the corner this time for the first 5-meter penalty goal of the game. The U.S. has had 2 penalty shots so far. Cardos just jumps straight out, trying to take away as much cage as possible. And Hooper, for his hard work, is going to get a little bit of a rest. He's also probably going to sprint the 4th quarter, so take a 1:30 break there Team USA looked like it was going to be a rough game at the start, but they've battled back, kind of reorganized their offense, and it's a 1-goal game now. 1:15 left, and there's an ejection on the wing. Stevenson's out. 6-on-5 Hungarians. 4, 5, 1. He slides in. The posts are covered. 4, 1. Good fake shot. Little quick snap fake. Probably looking to see what the shot blocker did with his hand. Shot blocker had his left hand up, and no, he switched hands. That's why. So Jesse Smith lunges over with his right hand, covers that side of the cage, and as he's switching hands, Manhertz snaps it over his head, and Barron didn't have a shot because he was covering the middle of the cage. Immediately, it looked like Smith was covering the left post, but he switched hands there. .50 seconds left in the third. Driver through the middle. Capito. Ordinary foul. Gets up big. Big fake. Running out of time. And an offensive in the middle by the American center. Hungarian ball. 32 seconds left. .15 on the shot clock. Hungarians aren't pushing their offense down here. They got a center and a post up wrestling. He'll draw an ordinary foul. I think he was inside the 6 meter though, so he can't shoot that. Shot clock's running out. Zelonki needs to take a shot here. Excuse me, there was an ejection on that. Okay, so new shot clock, goal. So the Americans took a little while to set that up, and I took a little while to figure out what was going on. And meanwhile, the Hungarians just moved the ball around quickly, catch and shoot, no hands in his way for that cross-cage shot. 2 American players trying to slide over just a little too late. And that will be the end of the third quarter. 9-6. Team Hungary. U.S. came back pretty well there in the third quarter, but let in 2 quick goals there to finish out the third. They were within 1 for a bit of time there, but the Hungarians just keep up the 6-on-5, the movement, drawing ejections in the middle, and their 6-on-5 is cashing in for the most part. It says they're both 4 for 7. For whatever reason, it just seems like the Hungarians are making those shots more often. Lots of personal fouls, 15 for both teams. Again, that's putting a lot of stress on your roster. Be interesting to see who's got 2, who's got 3. See how many bench players are available. I mean, you can easily say if every player has 1, every field player has 1, then there's going to be 5 field players that have 2, just on average. And the teams will set up for the last quarter of play, the sprint. Hooper got an extra minute and a half of rest there. Played an excellent quarter. Finished out with a 5-meter penalty goal. And so he'll chase this one down. Won by Hooper. Team USA ball. Ball to point. Center. Draws an ejection. Halleck. 6-on-5 USA. Cupido. Rolsa. Irving. Cupido. He's liking it. Halleck, backhand. Excellent play. Cupido has been shooting well this game, so he moves in. Big fake. Big fake. 2 big fakes. Lets the Hungarians jump. Goalie probably jumps too. And then just a zip pass into Halleck, who doesn't bother to redirect it, catches it clean, and just turns it into a hard backhand into that short side. So good looking sequence there by US to bring it within 2 goals. Ejection on the left side. Hungarians are up. So again, 16 ejections on both teams now. Going to start running out of bench players. 1, 6. Zelonki slid. Middle, shoots it, misses the cage. Had to take a cross-face pass on that from the 6th spot. He'd much rather take a pass from the left side. Obviously, he's a lefty. Probably just wasn't as accurate as he wanted to be on that. Cupido, going to walk in. Big fake, shot, field blocked. Hungarian ball. So Cupido wanted to take a shot there, but didn't move the ball in the offense, so the defense didn't have to work a whole lot. And Zelonki just walks out and field blocks him. Hungarian center pushing all the way back to the 3-meter line. He's got space. They could give him the ball. Field block back. So is that Cupido and Zelonki? So Zelonki just comes back through, and Cupido says, "Here's one for you. I'll field block this down." Tit for tat. US is pushing the counterattack. They have a man open in the middle. Halleck really wanted that ball. Stevenson, field block, outside shot, field. Halleck had inside water with the man on his back and an angle to throw that pass in. And they decided to go cross cage to a right-hander for a shot at about 7-8 meters, and he was field blocked. Zelonki. Offensive in middle. And then ejection. Or a double offensive. We'll call that a double offensive. So the Hungarians get a brand new shot clock. They don't have to move anywhere. They are kind of slow playing this. The centers are working hard. And now we see an ejection. Obert's out. 6-on-5. 4-2 post. Misses the cage completely. He was pretty open. Just kind of got a little bit. Maybe he didn't catch it clean. Timeout Team USA. Maybe he didn't catch it clean, but that was about as open of a look as that Nemec goal at the end of a 6-on-5 in the third period. The American defenders, just no one was around him to interfere with that shot. I'm gonna guess he just didn't catch it clean. So Capito is pretty animated there on the sideline at this timeout. He's been playing pretty well. Kind of turned on his outside shooting game today. Haven't really seen him kind of work the foul outside 6 meters and take shots in the other games. He was doing a lot of posting up in the Croatian and Serbian game from the wings. Had some good shots from there. Irving, outside shot, tipped out of bounds. Irving, long outside shot, 8-9 meters out. Good look. I mean, no shot blockers got a hand on it. The goalie just made a nice play on that. So new 20-second shot clock for U.S. Irving. Over the left slot. It's Capito. Irving. Cross cage. Blocked out of bounds again. So that's Irving's favorite shot selection. Cross cage to the left, and the goalie gets him twice, but another shot clock for U.S. Ordinary foul. Capito's going to walk in. Ejection in center. Quick ball in. And the refs are going to say, let's restart this. That was too quick. 6 on 5. That was Halleck. Ball to 6. 6 in. No one follows. 4 is middle. Capito, he wants this. 5, Irving. Cross cage. Actually, right over the goalie's head. Crossbar. I was assuming he was going to shoot that cross cage because he always does. Right over the goalie's head, off the crossbar. Capito had a good look. He probably would want to take that shot back. Stevenson is going to get ejected, impeding. Hungarian player was inside water on that drive, got the ball. Stevenson's ejected. Ball to 6. 6 in, no one follows. The 3 post is almost 3-4 yards, 3-4 meters out. The 3 post is playing very high. Ball to 5. 1, little curl. Hooks the ball, goal. Hooks it around the shot blocker and sneaks it in short side. Man hurts. Let's see that again. Fake. Just sneaks it. Barron even gets an arm on it. Can't get all the way over to that post though. As Manhurst was sliding right, Irving just overplayed a little bit and got a little bit out of position. You want him, as a shot blocker, you want him to be tracking the shooter's movement and be lined up with the shooting arm. And it looks like Manhurst was just able to slide right while Irving was sliding to his left and sneak it around. I think we have another timeout by Team USA. It's their last timeout of the half. See what they set up here. I'm going to watch Coach Rodriguez there in the back. They like the hook drive. They ran it one time against Serbia at the end of the game. So let's see what they dial up here. So no whiteboard. They're just going to talk over what they want to do. Didn't get to see any of the motions or read some lips there. So we'll have to just watch. I'll look for a hook driver from the top, hooking around the center. Instead, they're going to double post. So they're starting a double post. Jesse Smith, he's going to slide out. There was an ejection. So they went from a double post immediately into their 6 on 5. Catch and shoot by Hooper goal. So they were already in their 2-4 setup when they drew that ejection. So they didn't have to move really. And the Hungarians had to reposition, and they were able to move the ball around to Hooper real quick. He was sliding in like he was going to go to a post, which he probably wasn't. But Jesse Smith was sliding out from the 3-post, and the Hungarians were following him. And then there was an ejection, and there's too many Hungarians over on the right side of the U.S. offense. So just a quick taking advantage of already being in position for that 6-on-5, and the Hungarians having to chase to get in a proper 5-on-6 defense. 10-8, Hungarians, 3:15 left. Ordinary foul up top, ball left slot. Manhurts is going to walk it all the way in. He's got a dropper, hand in his face. He's going to take a shot block out of bounds. And we're going to get a offensive call. So it's a Hungarian ball again. That's an unfortunate offensive call, not where you want it. But was that Hooper? Hooper jumps on the ball at the perimeter. He's not paying attention. And it's a ball under, U.S. ball, and they're pushing hard. Hooper's pushing hard. Irving's on the right side. Hungarians cover up with 4 players. Capito, he's got room. He's going to walk in. Looks over at the wing. And probably an ill-advised shot there by Hooper. Gets up real big. Not a great angle at the one. Has a shot blocker in his way and skips it well over the cage. So good push on the counterattack. You want to try to get a shot from up top, not from the wing though, while the Hungarians are still scrambling to set up their defense. Shot from the outside. That's a give back. Skips well over the cage. Deflected. Probably deflected by a field player. 2 minutes left. And another offensive. Be the Hungarian ball. So twice down by 2 in this fourth quarter, Team USA is taken off on counterattacks and then committed offensives and given the ball back to the Hungarians, just as the Hungarians were in the first quarter. But U.S. is down by 2, so not the strategy they want to continue with. They want to be steal by Barron. Center didn't make a move to the ball. So on these counterattacks, Team USA at this point just wants to sprint out ahead of the Hungarians. Don't even bother messing with them. And a long pass intercepted by the Hungarians. Read that all the way. That was a Hail Mary that the Hungarian free safety was able to come over and intercept. And the Hungarians are going to push 3-on-2. Jesse Smith trailing. Shot. Misses the cage. And there's a call. Looks like an ejection. Hungarian ejection. So Team USA will be up a man. 1:10 left in the game. Down by 2. Hooper at the 1 spot. Left wing. All the way across to Irving. Smith. He's not a shooter from out there. Capito. He is. Shot. Thought it was deflected by the goalie. The Hungarians are kind of sitting around. Maybe it's just because of the time. No, he just misses the cage. Capito, another good look in the game. He's been shooting a lot. He's been scoring from there. And he just misses the cage with 1 minute left in the game. So the Hungarians are going to run out the time here. They're just going to play keep away. Team USA will go into the bottom semifinals. And they will see... Well, we'll just have to see how the bracket shakes out with the next 2 games. So again, in this World Cup, Team USA, the bottom semifinal bracket. Another shot off the crossbar. Good look by Cupido. He's feeling like shooting, so that's good. If he can dial it in a little bit, get a little bit more help from his teammates, kind of with movement. then he'll be scoring more goals. He probably had about 6 or 7 shots this game. So US will see how the other quarterfinal games shake out and see who their opponent is for tomorrow.